Don't feel I did a very good job on high pulls today. I did a couple of reps from last time, but I wasn't in control on all of these. Especially in this first set here, there were a couple of instances like now and a bit later on where I wasn't in full control, and it kind of threw me off the rhythm, the pace. So I had to reset and go again. 60 kilos didn't feel heavy. It's just that maybe I wasn't there mentally. I wasn't focusing on it well enough. Somehow I managed to do a better job last week while feeling a bit slow, sluggish and weak. Today it was not the best for high pulls. But moving on to the seated pin presses. This is 35 kilos and the first set I did 10 repetitions. This last rep, it was a bit grindy on the eccentric. I felt like my back was giving in a little bit. It was kind of running down as the weight was being accompanied down. But other than that, I didn't feel any discomfort in the rotator cuff, which is the main thing. And since I was able to get 10 reps in the first set, adding one to what I did last week, I was pretty happy with what happened. The bicep curls, barbell curls, they felt a bit heavy, especially the second set. Maybe same as with the high pulls, I don't feel like I was controlling the weight as I would have liked. But I was getting the volume in, so even if once in a while I am not really happy with the way that I move the weight, it happens, it's fine. Just need to be a bit more focused on this. It's just that there's 3 sets of all of those, so it's a lot of volume in the end, for considering that I'm training every day. So this is one of the more volume intense sessions in my week, in my cycle, let's call it. And earlier on I spoke about how I wasn't really happy about these barbell curls, but they're not really looking that bad. There's a bit of swinging now that I'm approaching the end of the set, but the first few reps were solid. They looked okay. And in here there was another instance on the high pulls where the bar actually threw me on another spot entirely. It was here. I went forward and then I went back, and that was the moment when I realized fully that I wasn't really paying that much attention. And luckily nothing happened. As I was said before, just a matter of staying focused on those 20 seconds that the set takes. And because there is some rest in between these exercises, it just takes time anyways to move the plates on and off. So it does give me some time to breathe and rest, and therefore I should be doing a better job when the time comes for the set to be performed as well as I can. This last set of barbell curls here was trying to stay in control throughout, and it was definitely better than the second one. And then it was time to move over to the other superset, which was the usual hip thrusts and neutral grip pull-ups. Hip thrusts in here are moving towards 3 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions, after which I will be going up in weight. And this first set here, the first few reps, I wasn't really getting the bar level with the floor, so it was tapping slightly earlier on one side, and it took me a good 5 or 6 reps before getting into the right pace and have them tap at the same time. And then I moved over to neutral grip pull-ups. As last week, I did 14 reps in this first set here, but unlike last week, the second set that came after the next set of hip thrusts, I was barely able to get 10. And in here, I'm noticing that as I'm getting fatigued, I am progressively relying a bit more on leaning back with my torso, really trying to get these lats to stay in the exercise, not allowing the upper back to take over, and therefore my legs are moving forward a little bit. I get into a bit more of a hollow body position, which I feel is the strongest position to be in while performing these repetitions here, especially with the neutral grip pull-ups, because the orientation of the hands really facilitates this torso position where I am basically pulling down and horizontally almost. It's almost like an oblique angle at which I'm pulling. My torso stays in at an angle and is not vertical, and I feel quite strong in there. This second set I wasn't really able to get as many reps as I would have liked, but it was a tough session, a lot of volume, and this is the last set of the hip thrust. Overall, it was decent, I must say. Ciao.